they go to my website and then they purchase my product. That's how it worked. What's up, my friends? Nick Rapclis here, and this is going to be a two-part video series here on the YouTube channel. We're going to be talking all about paid traffic versus organic traffic. So on next video, which will be coming out in a few days, we'll be talking all about paid traffic and why it's effective, how to use it, how to get the best results with it. But on today's video, we're going to be speaking about organic traffic, or content marketing as I like to call it. Now, if you would like to learn even more about this type of stuff, I'm actually doing a live broadcast inside of my Facebook group today in just a couple hours, and we're going to be going over everything about this type of stuff. You're going to further depth. You're going to be able to ask me questions. I'll give you answers, all that kind of stuff. So if you are not joined up in the group yet, there will be a link down in the video description. But without further ado, let's start talking about content marketing or attraction marketing, however you want to call it, free organic traffic. So I'll tell you a little bit of story about organic traffic. Basically, this is how I really got started online. When I was growing up, when I was getting started in this online marketing stuff, I didn't have much money, as a lot of people come through and experience as well, because you kind of get into this industry because you don't have much money, right? That was me for sure. I actually was living with my parents. I was sleeping on a futon in my mom's office, so obviously didn't have a ton of money to invest into paid traffic. So what did I do? Well, I started doing content marketing, as people call it, or organic traffic. And the real way that I did it was through making YouTube videos. Obviously, you're seeing me on the YouTube channel. I'm kind of used to this type of stuff now. So let me explain kind of where this all came from, why I decided to start with this, and the results that I was able to achieve with organic traffic. And then I'll get into some more examples and some other stuff that I've done since I got started, okay? So what I decided to do is pretty much the reason that I got started in this industry was because I found a YouTube video that really just piqued my interest and got me going. And I saw someone making a bunch of money. Then I started doing a little bit more research, and you know how it is. You just start jumping in, and it's like a rabbit hole, and you just keep on going deeper and deeper and deeper. And soon enough, I was in this industry, starting to pay a bunch of money to get in some opportunities and sell products and all this kind of stuff. I'm sure you're aware that might have been a similar story to what you've experienced. So because of that, I saw YouTube as a way for me to do that as well. Now, I wasn't great on video in the first one. I can remember it specifically when I was living at a place right after I graduated college, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I had my laptop, I had a little camera on there, so I opened it up and I just started talking and trying to kind of emulate the video that I saw. I was like, what was it that kind of made me get started? So I was like, okay, let me kind of reverse engineer that and kind of recreate that video, obviously without any type of income proof because I just got started. But I tried to just explain it, and it just made sense to me because I was like, I can make a video and it's essentially kind of like me talking to somebody, and then they can come watch the video at any point they want and still get that same information. So it just made sense to me. So I was like, let me start doing this. And then on top of that, I'm like, also this is kind of like internet real estate. The more videos I put out, there's more chances for people to find me, and therefore they can find my products and services that I'm promoting. So that's what I did. I just started making a bunch of videos. And to be honest, I didn't feel like I was doing very good. I don't feel like I was getting many views or anything like that. I had no idea what I was supposed to name it. One of my mentors was telling me blogging was really good, so maybe I should do that. And I was kind of just battling, well, what should I do? And then I kind of got connected with another guy that was telling me, hey man, you really just need to focus on one particular method, okay? Is that Facebook? Is that Craigslist? Craigslist was a thing back in the day. Is it YouTube? Is it Instagram? Really hadn't been out either, right? I wasn't even getting involved in Instagram yet, but I was like, okay, well I get that now, because I always come back to the tree metaphor. How do you chop down a tree? You hit it in the same spot every single time. You don't hit it in a bunch of spots all over the place and expect the tree to fall. So he said, pick one and just master that. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I've had some experience with doing well at things like baseball in particular, and I was like, if I can dedicate myself and I just focus, I'm going to be able to make this happen. So I was like, okay, well, I pick YouTube. That's my method. So I was like, all right, what do I got to do? So I start following the guys that are the best at YouTube, and I just start emulating exactly what they're doing, and then just pumping out videos, video after video. Sometimes I'd make a video a day. Sometimes I'd even make 2 videos a day. There was a couple days in there, I was part of this little accountability group And we just like, one of my friends and I were like, let's make 5 videos one day. We just kept making 5 videos. It wasn't long. We didn't do that for long, but and the production value wasn't real high back then. We were just, spitting out videos, just and a few days later, I got my first sale. That's really what it came from. I remember getting the emails like a $20, $25 sale, $20 commission after taxes and fees and stuff like that. And that's how I got my first sale, because people were coming into YouTube. They're searching out stuff. They found me. They listen to what I say, and then if they like it, and I tell them to go to my website, they go to my website, and then they purchase my product. That's how it worked. So the reason I share that whole story with you is, one, to inspire you and help you understand the process, what I did to actually have results, but how you can go out there and emulate it yourself. Because that's exactly what I was doing. I saw successful people, and then I just emulated what they did until I got results. And then when I got results, then I started, innovating on what I was doing, so that I kind of take it more of my own rather than just emulating someone else. So it's be the same type of thing if you're doing it on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever it is. The big concept behind this is that you just need to have internet real estate. You need to have content out there, so that the more content you have, more chances are people to find you. And then therefore, if they listen to your message, they like what you say, you're good at sales, persuasion, influence, that kind of stuff, you can get a lot of people over to your website. And it all comes from just constantly putting out content inside of your niche that's relevant to what it is that you are selling. So if you're in the fitness niche, make a bunch of videos about fitness. Learn about your target demographic and speak to them. Touch on their pain points. What do they like? What do they don't like? Really be able to speak to them, because once you can, they always say like the best thing to really understand is like, if you can write a day in their journal better than they can, you have won. And you know your market, and when you completely know your market, that's when you win. So it's just a matter of keep on putting content out, okay? But here's the other side of that as well, okay? In addition to content, I strongly suggest that you develop a growth strategy, or you take on a growth strategy, because a lot of people come onto YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or wherever they are, and they're like, okay, I'm going to do this content marketing thing. I just want free traffic, and so I'm just going to start posting a bunch of content, and that's great. Like I said, you need to have that. You have to have that foundation. You have to have that internet real estate, because if you don't, then you don't really have a chance, and then you're not going to get any free traffic. But a lot of people rely solely on just posting content, thinking that's the fix, that's the magic right there. And to a degree it is, but you also need to get people over to your content. Just because you put it up doesn't mean there's going to be a hordes of people coming in and watching your content, okay? So you need to have a growth strategy. And one of the best things I can just recommend right away, because we're talking all about free traffic, and on the next video we'll talk a lot more about paid traffic, but if you want to stick in for free, know that you can do that. It takes a little bit more time to build up when you're doing free traffic, but the way you want to do it is just be more engaging on the platforms. I always talk about this with Instagram, but it's the same on any platform. The more engaged you are on the platform, the more that platform is going to reward you. So if you're the person that puts a bunch of content up, and these platforms say, let's just say with the Instagram example, Instagram sees you, they're like, oh, this person's posting a bunch of content, cool, okay? But now, when you have that content, what if you add this to it? You start engaging in other people's posts, you start liking their stuff, you start following them, you send them DMs, you comment on their stuff. And then that gives them a notification every single time that this person just engaged in your content, and it gives them a chance always to come back to your content and be like, oh, this is pretty cool, like let me follow this person. But what else it's doing in terms of Instagram's platform, it's like, oh, this person's engaging in other people's stuff, let's reward them for engaging in other people's stuff because they are active on our platform, making it a better experience for everybody else. Let's reward them, so when they post content, let's start pushing it up towards the top of the news feeds so that more people can see it. And then what happens is that if your content is really good and you start getting a little bit more engagement on people are coming in and engaging on your stuff, they're like, in Instagram's eyes, they're like, oh, this must be really good content, because not only they're posting, but then all of a sudden a lot of people are engaging on their stuff, so that must mean it's good content. People are enjoying it. It's making it a good user experience for everyone on the platform. So let's start showing it to more people, okay? So just in general, go out there and engage in other people's stuff, okay? The more exposure you can get by basically just going out there and engaging, it's going to bring more people back to you just because they get a notification every time that you engage in their stuff. But again, it also increases, Instagram will help you because they're like, hey, they're playing by our rules, because it's social media. It's not just media, it's not just content, it's social. You gotta be social on these platforms. Now, if you don't have the time to do that, obviously you can just go hire somebody, or there are some softwares out there every once in a while. We've had those before. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good, but you can always hire someone if you don't have the time. But if all you have is time, then go out there and just start engaging people's stuff. I would recommend that really just put genuine comments on people's stuff. If you can just do that and you do that consistently, you're gonna start attracting more people in. And then the big thing is, from your content, people are going to be obviously watching your content, click on your links, go to your website, but then also, especially when you're just starting out, when people start engaging in your stuff, start going back to them being like, hey, I saw you liked my last post, just wanted to reach out and connect. Don't be afraid of reaching out to people, especially the people that have engaged in your stuff, because those potentially could be some very high prospects that you could be missing out if you don't go out there and engage with them. Now, obviously, bring a lot of value. Don't be like, hey, you wanna buy my stuff, just because they commented on your content. No, don't do that. Always be building value, always be building a relationship, and eventually over time, those relationships are going to build, and then people are gonna just naturally start. The more consistent you are, the more they see like you're legit and you're just keep going after it, then the more likely they're gonna eventually, buy with you down the road. That's really how it works. You have to build that relationship up. One post isn't just gonna make someone buy a bunch of your stuff. It's gotta be over time. Consistently build relationships with the people that are coming in and following you, and you're gonna be golden. So that's kind of just a quick rundown of organic traffic, or content marketing as I like to call it. It's a great way, especially if you're just getting started out. Obviously, it takes a lot of time. It takes time to build up, but can be a very good thing in the end. And you never want to just pick one or the other. I didn't mention that earlier, but ideally you want to be using a combination of paid traffic as well as organic traffic. And again, we're going to be talking a lot more about paid traffic on the next video. So make sure and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And then we are doing a Facebook Live here inside my Savvy Digital Marketers group. I'll put the link down in the video description. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully I gave you some good insights and understanding to organic traffic. Let me know down in the comments down below, what was your biggest breakthrough from this part, or like what made the most sense, what was just clicking for you during this video. And let me know if there's anything else you want me to expand on in organic marketing, organic free traffic marketing, because I shared a lot on this video, but there's definitely some more things I'm gonna share. I have some ideas, but I wanna get your guys' take on what you would like to hear more about organic traffic. Okay, so leave a comment down below. Share this video with someone if you think they can get some value out of it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.